All right. The next one on my list is this dude right here.
Oh fuck! I already see.
You see
I
this
already
guy.
see the word "Proud Boys," and
You know who?
and I'm already
how have we
about to
not
be.
talked about this dude. I just want to talk about what it actually is. Two things that go hand in hand with it that are back to back. But the Proud Boys, I see them pop up because of A, Alex Jones, B, Donald Trump, and C, because they do dumb shit all the time. But this guy, do you know anything about the leader of those Proud Boys? Do you know anything about this guy?
All right.
I'm just curious.
All right. Well, here's what I will say.
I am fascinated
Here's what
by
Here's
this
what I will
entire shit show.
Here's what I will say. There is no bigger butt of jokes on the face of the earth than this organization. How, and I don't know how you, look, here's the great thing about our show and what we do. I don't know if people know this, and I'm going to say this because I think it's important for people to realize. Lorne and I do not talk about anything at all, ever. We don't have any conversations, none. Lorne texts me and is like, hey man, do you want to do a show tonight? We barely know each other. Now, I'm not saying that I don't respect Lorne and I don't like Lorne, and I'm not saying there's any animosity between me and Lorne, but Lorne and I do not, so I never know what he thinks about something, and I don't think he ever really knows what I'm going to think about something because I don't follow any conventional thought, and neither does he. I don't even know whether he's a Republican or a Democrat. I don't know any. I know he's got a nice house. And I know he drives a Tesla.
That's it.
And that's and he owns some type of motorcycle business, I think. But outside of that, I really don't know much about it. And I think it's important because and I intentionally try to keep that distance because I think it makes me learn more from him. The only other thing I know about him is I respect his opinion, I respect his brain. And I don't know how you feel about the Proud Boys. I have no idea what your opinion is of them. I think they are, without a doubt, the dumbest human beings on the face of the earth. I think to myself, when I hear the word Proud Boy, the Proud Boys, this is what I would like to say. The dumbest, who in the fuck named your organization the Proud Boys? Who in the fuck heard the name Proud Boys and it was like, Proud Boys? You goddamn right. I'm ready to fucking join the fucking Proud Boys. And here's apparently, first of all, two things that I do know about the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys think they are badasses. In their mind,
look at that picture.
In their mind, joining the Proud Boys was one of the proudest fucking moments of their fucking life. Joining the Proud Boys. Second of all, the one other thing that I do know about the Proud Boys is when they became, like Donald Trump mentioned them at one of the debates or whatever, and they like stand up, stand by or whatever, and they got all fucking excited about it. And apparently what's funny to me about that is a bunch of gay guys heard about the Proud Boys organization and bombarded them with gay porn so that when you looked up the Proud Boys, the only thing you were able to find was a bunch of gay porn, which I think is absolutely fucking hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
I find that fucking funny as shit. Now, outside of that, I know nothing about the Proud Boys other than to say this final comment before you say what you think. Proud Boys, if you're out there,
they're out there,
and you think you're badasses in your fucking groups, I've faced down. I remember I equate you with skinhead Nazis, and I beat the fucking piss out of about 10 skinhead Nazis when I was in high school. They fucking threw snowballs at my fucking car, and I beat the fucking piss out of them. About 10 of them. Thought they were fucking badasses. I pulled up in McDonald's one night. They threw a bunch of snowballs at my car. Thought they were going to fucking scare the shit out of me. I got out of my car by my fucking self and beat the fucking piss out of about 10 of them. So here's what I would like to say to you, proud boys. Proud boys, you bunch of you proud boys. Here's what I'd like to say to you. I'm not hard to find. I'm easy to fucking find. I got this podcast. If you're out there, you're listening and you know anything about our podcast, fucking respond. I'll square off with you any fucking time, any fucking where. Bring all your fucking friends. Bring your fucking bulletproof vests. Bring your fucking guns. Bring your fucking military boots. I'll fucking fight you all by my fucking self. I ain't fucking scared of you for one fucking second. And I would love to have a fight with about 50 motherfucking Proud Boys against fucking me. So now, with that said, go ahead. Let's hear what you have to say about the fucking Proud Boys.
Well, the guy leader of the Proud Boys here, this Enrique Tarrio,
Which is hilarious that he's a fucking...
Well, people associate the Proud Boys with white supremacy. It's not really what their entire thing is about.
No, not at all.
It's
sure they're a bunch of good fellas.
It's not, well, it's just not 100. They're not just like white supremacists running around. And I've listened to a bunch of the stuff about him because I've done, well, he hasn't been on Rogan, but Gavin McGinnis was on there, the guy who's founded the Proud Boys. And so there's a whole ordeal behind him, right? It's still a shit show. But that guy is not some blue-eyed white, blonde-haired white dude. So,
Enrique.
What I found funny is when you look up Enrique is that he was an informant. He was the leader of the Proud Boys extremist group as a past as an informer for federal and local law enforcement, repeatedly working undercover after he was arrested in 2012, and he denies it despite the fact that they were all like, yeah, here's, obviously there's it's on record. This happened. So that I thought was actually pretty funny. He took a deal, rolled on some people, informed on some people.
Sure.
But what I found hilarious about this, and this is just...
Oh, wait, is that a picture of Mitch McConnell talking about the Proud Boys?
No, that's probably an ad. Encourages people, been vaccinated, whatever. What I find interesting about the way that the media puts stuff out there is the article that I pull up. Stupid. It keeps clicking off of it. It says that he pleads guilty. He pleads guilty to burning Black Lives Matter banner and weapons charge. Let's be clear, and this honestly has nothing to do with the Proud Boys. My take on this, I just used it because it was here. But burning a Black Lives Matter banner has nothing to do with what he got charged with. But it's front and center of this article, which I find hilarious. The dude got arrested for having two overextended magazines in his possession.
Right before the January 6th. Yeah.
Was that before?
2 days before?
Yeah, 2 days prior. He was in Washington. He had two magazines that were illegal. But I like how they make it very clear that he burned a Black Lives Matter banner that was stolen from a church, which he got. It's no crime sentencing, no charge.
All right. Here's what I would say.
I find that hilarious.
Dumbass. Here's what I would say to this dumbass Enrique,
and he did
whatever
apologize.
his last name is.
He apologized.
Enrique Dumbass. Here's what I would like to say to you, Enrique Dumbass, and all the dumbasses that are involved in the Proud Boys, because you're all dumbasses. Every single one of you is a dumbass. If you want to know what a dumbass is, a Proud Boy is a dumbass. Here's what I would say to the Proud Boys and Enrique Dumbass. This is what you did, dumbass. First of all, you thought you were some kind of badass because you're wearing your fucking bulletproof bullshit and you're fucking walking around like you're some kind of military badass. And then you saw a Black Lives Matter banner at a church. You walked past it. You ripped it up and you fucking burned it.
Well, that's not what happened. It doesn't show how he became into possession of the banner. They didn't know where it came from at the time. He didn't know. It later came out that it was missing from a church. And then he came out and said that if he had known the banner came from a church, it would not have been burned.
Okay, well, anywhere.
Either way.
Anyway.
First of all, it doesn't matter where where the banner came from? It came from a sign shop. There is no religious relic being burned here. It was a piece of vinyl that had BLM on it.
Right,
And
fine,
he burned it.
Whatever.
Now, we want to talk about, let's move on to the co-topic that goes with this. BLM chapter in Utah came out, the leader of Black Lives Matter in the Utah chapter came out and said, anyone who has an American flag is a racist. And the American flag stands for racism. So he is being blamed for burning a banner that someone had printed at a sign shop. Meanwhile, BLM, on the flip side of this, comes out and says that anyone who even possesses the country's flag and flies it is racist.
Well, you know, these people say,
what is happening?
The people that say this shit are just doing that to try to fucking look.
Come
some
on.
people are motivated by the fact that they're going to get attention for what they say. Some people are. That's what their motivation is. They're motivated by that. You can't listen to every single person that says stupid shit like that.
No,
Look,
can't, but
I get it,
people
man.
do.
Hey, because as I've said many times, the average human being is dumb as fuck. Is dumb as fuck. And they don't make any effort to learn or listen or research. And so do I think that the flag is racist? No, I don't. I don't believe that. What I do believe is there are people out there who make money saying that the flag is racist, who are able to raise money in some way. Anytime I see anything, anytime I hear anything, all you have to do is trace who's making money off of saying that. I hope that whatever I say in my life, I pray that this is always true. I pray that the only thing I ever try to do is say the truth. The only thing that I ever try to do is make the world a better place. Do I think that the flag itself is a racist symbol? I don't. Do I think that there are people out there that are doing racist things with the flag as their motivation? Probably, possibly. I don't know. I don't know what people's motivation is until I hear them say it. So I would just say that, you know, for the guy in, unfortunately, Black Lives Matter, you know, when I see that organization, Black Lives Matter wouldn't have to exist if we didn't go through such a long period of time in this country where Black lives did not matter. And no matter who you are, no matter what your thought process is now, you can't deny that in the history of this country, there was a period of time where Black lives did not matter. Not just to authorities, to anybody. I try to think of myself in whatever situation there is that people are going through. I try to put myself in their situation. Let me say this. If there was a time in my family's history where members of my family were chained, enslaved, and sold, I would not be over it. I would not be cool with it. I would not be able to just go about my day and act like it never fucking happened. I would not. I would carry that with me at all times. So, not having had that experience, I try to go through my life and be over accommodating anybody who might feel that way. Whatever they want to come up with, whatever their thing is they want to do, whether it's a Black Lives Matter movement, whether it's a Black Lives Matter organization, whether it's anything that supports the people within their community that they feel moves things forward, I'm cool with, because I get it. I get it. And I wish other people would just be all right, man. Just relax. Don't be upset because they're trying to make their lives better. Relax. Let it happen. And then ultimately, when we all start treating each other well, we can then focus on some of the other issues that we have. Man, nothing would be better than us as a country being able to put that part of our debate behind us. But I can't determine when that moment is going to be. All I can do right now is be cool with whatever you need to do to get us to that point. In the meantime, if there's any Proud Boys out there that would like to take a swing, I'll stand right next to you. And I'm going to let them take a swing at me too. You take a swing at me, I'm going to hurt your ass. I promise you that.
My problem with what has happened here, my problem with Black Lives Matter has always been the name. Genius. It's a genius name. Because you can't disagree with the name. Problem is that the organization does what the fuck they want underneath the cloak of the name. And when you look, and you want to say, we want a country that comes together. We don't want to keep dividing it. Everyone says,
sure,
dividing the
absolutely.
nation.
We want to
bring it together. This woman, who clearly has a position in this organization that matters to somebody. She's in charge of the Utah chapter. I mean, people are in Utah and Black Lives Matter, but enough. I'm sure.
I don't know if there's any black people living in Utah.
There's at least one.
Right.
But look at her post on, this is fucking probably Twitter. We are Black Lives Matter Utah. We just pissed off every Republican in America. Get on our level. And then this stupid fucking video. It does nothing to bring anyone together. It just, what are you doing? You went out there and said that the American flag, which is not a Republican flag, first and foremost.
Well, all right.
She went out there and she took a wedge and was like, all right, we're just going to divide.
So now you have an option. You have an option of how you're going to respond to that.
Right.
And we all do.
My response is this, because like you said, you don't know what I think. My response is, this lady, just delete her from my life. Your opinion, irrelevant, peace out. I don't need any of what the fuck is coming out of your mouth ever in my world, because you're clearly off the deep end of some bullshit. Problem is that there's a lot of people out there who are probably like, you know what, I'm okay. I like Black Lives Matter, the movement, I'm for it. And then she comes out and says something like this and pisses them off, going, well, even if they're not even Republicans, like maybe some of them were. Well, I would say this, not all Republicans hate Black Lives Matter movement. It's not a Republican hating thing. It's just a people thing at some point, and you're just out there pissing off the world for maybe reactions. I don't know.
Well then, instead of getting upset about it, I mean, I am faced every day with people who say things to me that are as rude and nasty and dehumanizing as I could possibly hear. I hear people say things to me and I'm just like, man. And I think to myself, all right, I have a choice here. I can call them out for what they're doing, or I can focus on the things that are more important to me. And I have a really good friend that from college that I used to trust his opinion on everything. And he gave me one piece of advice that I listened to, and that I have carried with me, and that has been my mantra. Is it mantra or mantra?
Mantra.
Mantra?
Yeah.
Mantra. It's been my mantra throughout my life. And I don't even know how, he and I used to sit at a place called the Rockola Cafe every Friday night for like a year. We would meet there and we'd sit and we'd talk about the world. We used to plan about how we were going to take it over one day. And he said to me, I used to get mad about everything, man. I used to get mad about everything. Every tiny little thing, every indignation, everything somebody would say to me, every insult. I wanted to fight everybody. And I felt like I could kick the shit out of anybody around me. So I didn't care. And I would fight them. I would have groups of people holding me back from fighting groups of people. Man, let it go. I'd be like, fuck no, I ain't fucking. I fought the cops one night. I was like, fuck the cops. I don't give a fuck about the cops. And they were like, the next day they were like, do you realize what you were saying? There was a group of cops and you were like, fuck the cops. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. But my friend told me one time, and it changed my life. I don't even know why it made such a huge impact on me. But he said to me, he was like, man, choose your battles wisely. And I thought about that. And I thought about the fact that I used to fight over everything. Everything. The tiniest little thing. I fought about everything. And then I was like, choose your battles wisely. Use your brain to decide what you're going to get upset about and what you're going to let go. And instead of fighting over everything, fight about the things that matter and argue about the things that are going to make a difference and try to have an impact instead of just running around and being upset all the time about everything, which is annoying.
Yeah.
If you've ever been around somebody like that, that's annoying to be around somebody who gets upset about everything. So I do that. Whenever I find myself getting upset about something, I always ask myself, is this a battle worth getting upset about? Man, look, if the folks at Black Lives Matter, which I fully support the whole message behind it. I do. I get it. If I was black, I would be fucking mad. I would be really fucking mad. And I would go around and I would commit massive amounts of violence until somebody bigger and stronger than me stopped me.
That wouldn't take long. They've stopped plenty of black people committing violence.
Right.
That's part of the reason why
right.
we're in this position.
Exactly. So,
look, I would be mad at this woman. I would be like, look, BLM, the national organization, said that she's
I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her.
Apparently.
I'm thinking to myself, look, here's my way of fighting that. Prove her wrong. Prove that, when people used to kneel when people first started kneeling at the national anthem, people were like, oh man, how can you do that? You're fucking kneeling. It's a national anthem, man. You're disrespecting everybody that's ever fought for this country. You're disrespecting people that have died for their freedoms. And my thought of it was, instead of being angry at the people that want to kneel for the national anthem, how about we just make them proud enough to want to stand up? How about we figure out a way where we reach out to somebody like a Colin Kaepernick or anyone else that felt so upset about the way the country had treated them. And man, let me tell you, the country had not treated me all that great. I fought for it. I put on the uniform for 3 years of my life. I put on the uniform every day. I woke up at the time they told me to wake up. I got up, I did whatever physical training they required me to do, and then I went out and I did the very best I could. Not that great. I wasn't great at it, but I did the best I could to be a soldier for America. And let's take the people that are out there that are upset enough that they don't want to stand up for the national anthem, and instead of fucking yelling at them, instead of degrading them, instead of humiliating them, instead of trying to make them mad enough that they want to stand up, that's not what the guys fought for. Right. I can promise you that. They did not fight for us to command people to stand up. They fought for the people to be able to make the decision whether they wanted to or not. That's what differentiates us from all the other countries in the world. We're different from all the countries in the world, not because everyone stands up because we have to. In other countries, you can look at videos of North Korea and the military displays that they put on and the goose-stepping people walking past the cameras where there's 3,000 people and their movements are precise and they are walking and they are doing exactly what they're supposed to do and they do not deviate, and the people that are there are like, yeah, and that's not even real, and we all know that's not real. In America, we have the ability to decide whether or not we want to do what we're told. Stand up. When that song plays, stand up. No, man, in America, we say, hey, this song is playing. We want you to share the same pride that we have in this song. So I want you to stand next to me, not because you're being forced to, but because you want to. And if you don't want to stand up when you hear it, then tell me why. And let me soak that in. And then let me then share with you why I want us to stand for this song together, so that you feel the same pride that I feel. So when you tell me that the flag is racist, I'm not going to be mad at you for saying that. Let me hear why you think that. You feel it's racist? All right. I don't feel that way, but let me hear you out. Let me hear what you think. You think it's racist? Oh, man. That hurts my soul. That you feel that something I'm so proud of is racist to you. All right. That's tough, man. But let me hear you say why. Tell me why. Why? What is it? And what can I do now? Now that you've told me that, what can I do so that you feel the same way I do? Because I don't feel that way. I feel proud.